Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy MF Dump, and in today's video, we are going to be breaking down the controller options tab. I am a controller player, so if you are a mouse and keyboard player looking for sensitivity stuff, I'm not talented, and so I have to play controller. So we're going to be breaking this down, and by the end of this video, my hope is that you understand this page with the advanced settings on and can figure out what sensitivity is best for you. All right, let's get into it. So starting with input, I use controller auto run off. I have always sprint on. If you want to have good movement, you should have always sprint on as well. And that's a non-negotiable. Turn always sprint on, please. Build immediately. Doesn't matter because this is zero build. Going over to the slide hold time, I have mine at 0.13 seconds. This is what I prefer. I know people that play on lower. I know people that play on higher. And I mean, obviously, if you play too low, you can, instead of crouch, you can end up sliding sometimes and it can end up kind of griefing you. And if you play too high, well, guess what? There's a con to that as well. And the answer is just don't play on a higher slide time. I like this slide right here. I think this is a good speed for my personal preference, and you might like it as well. Reset camera axis. I just keep this on pitch. Reset camera time. I have this turned all the way down, and I also have vibration off. Now, getting into the sensitivity. I've been told that your look sensitivity and your ADS sensitivity in the basic settings affect your advanced settings, and whether or not that's the case, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, if you have 10-10 or 1-1, you can adjust everything in here, and this is just kind of irrelevant. When you're switching from your basic settings to the advanced settings, the best window that you would be looking for is going to be somewhere between 35% and probably 50%. I would say most players play somewhere between that. If you're on linear, that would be what you would want to do. Exponential, I guess you could probably play higher because it's a little more forgiving when it comes to smaller movements. Obviously, you can do what you want at the end of the day. All right, so getting into the advanced look sensitivity, just to answer the quick question, I strictly play linear. This might work for exponential, I just don't use it. Since linear has came out, I have never been on a different input setting since for more than like a day. But I play 37% with the 10% boost. Now, to explain the boost, we got this nice little line right here. Now this line on the left side is your joystick not being touched. Over here on the right side, this is your joystick fully extended. So just to make it simple, just say this is you looking right. You're not touching your joystick, you're spinning all the way to the right. Now, if I don't have boost on, there's nothing going on. That's all it is, right? When you turn the boost on, there's gonna be a little dot. To make it simple, we're gonna put this dot right in the middle. On the left side of this dot is all 37%. And once you pass that dot, this is where you have that 37% with the 10% boost. So right here, you're chilling, you're fighting, 37%, somebody drops behind you, touch it for a little bit, and that boost is gonna snap you around really quick, and then you could come back and you're back to the sensitivity, doing those micro movements because you're on linear. Now, if you turn the boost ramp time up, from my understanding, what this does is it stretches this dot more into like a window of itself, where you're gonna have a dot here and you're gonna have a dot here. And what that means is when you hit that first dot, your boost is now active, but it's not at full 10% until your joystick crosses that second dot. So it has like this little ramp up time inside of it. For the longest time, I think I played 18-18, but once zero build came out and, first person ARs came into the game, I have lowered my ADS horizontally very low. And this makes it very easy for me to track people that are flying through the air at a longer distance, really pin down a location if somebody's head peeking. It's very good for beaming people, and I played 13% vertical speed. Now, I play vertical speed higher because basically every item in the game that is used for movement is a vertical or primarily a vertical item, such as the rocket. You can use it horizontally. However, a lot of times people use it to go up, which with having higher ADS for your vertical makes it very easy to track them. Shockwaves, same thing. Bounce pads, same thing. If somebody's dropping from a roof down low, you can still track them through that. And then I play with a 4% boost because, well, I play with a really low ADS horizontally, and this is to help that. So if I'm in a spot where I need to be moving a little faster, I basically just kind of touch my joystick further to the side so it affects that 4% and I can stay on the target. Look dampening time, I play on 0.07. I do recommend playing with a little bit of this if you play on linear. Basically what this does is when you're not touching your joystick for a while and you move it again, it just has a very slight delay to it, so you don't instantly snap into your full linear sensitivity. However, if you are in a fight and you keep moving your joystick, this look dampening time is not in effect, as far as I understand. You can play exponential if you want. A lot of people play exponential. I'm not sure what the statistics are, but the reality is you can be good on both, and it's whatever you prefer. So to explain linear, it is a lot of micro movements with your thumb and the joystick. When you use exponential, you'll be having to move your joystick more to do the same amount of distance that you would do on linear, and it doesn't feel as snappy. So this kind of depends on what you want. Just as a quick tip, if you are playing on the basic sensitivity and you go to advanced options, I do not recommend starting on linear. I recommend starting on expo. Dead zones. I play on 7 and 13. I play on a higher right stick for my dead zone because I play linear and sometimes it's just too snappy and, you know, that can be a little tricky. I know some people always say play on the lowest dead zone possible, which for your left stick, I think I have stick drift right now, so mine's up a little bit. But for the left stick, you want the left stick to be as low as possible because this is your movement. This is your ability to take a quick right-hand peek. This is your ability to, you know, start moving quick when you get shot at and you're not ready. But at the end of the day, it's all preference. If you can't make things happen on 5.5, but you can make it happen on 15.15, then, you know, do whatever. This is a preference. I've been told it does something. I've been told it doesn't do something. I just have it on and then everything on, you know, 1%. Accelerate with thumbstick, I have that on. Steer tank with camera pad, I have this on. Every sensitivity has a pro and con to it. So you have to remember that when you do switch your sensitivity, whether it feels good or bad, whatever you're playing on is going to have a pro and con to it. I play low sense ADS for my horizontal, which means I can't beat ADS when somebody's super close and I'm in just like an all-out chaotic fight. But what that does mean is if somebody's holding a corner, I can really beam somebody from a corner on 6% with, you know, with an SMG holding that corner because they're not moving and my ADS is going to be very still when I'm making those peaks. All right, that was the video. If you have questions, comments, whatever, or you know something about that I explained wrong, feel free to drop a comment. I'm totally down to converse about some of this stuff, maybe get some more clarity if I didn't explain anything clearly. But as always, guys, this is MF Dump. Stay stinky and hit your shots.